Hi, my name is Assasi. I'm a Syrian hip hop artist based in Bedford, Maine, and I'm here to answer some questions. Shout out to British Council Mina, and let's go. Which city from Syria are you from, and what is it famous for? I'm from Aleppo, one of the oldest cities in the world, and what is it famous for? My city at least been inhabited like about 11,000 years before Christ. So it's famous for a lot of things. Many civilizations passed through this city. But what is it famous for? When I was there, so the pistachios are very famous in Middle East, and they call them actually in Syria and in the Middle East area they call them fisto halabi, which means Aleppo pistachios. So pistachios is very popular in there, and I grew up like eating fresh pistachios. I remember that when the season is out, like there's a lot of wagons, guys pushing wagons and selling pistachio. So that's one of the things, and also it's famous for soap. So we have like sabun ghar. I don't know what's the word for it in English. I forgot on top of my head right now. But yeah, that soap is very famous in Aleppo, and we make the best of that soap in Aleppo. So that too, I remember the smell of it, and it reminds me of my city. So that's two things that we're famous for. More, the soap is more like we're famous for because it's like more international, well known. But the pistachio is more like about local level and also Middle Eastern area. Second question. So, to what extent is your character influenced by different cultures? Um, uh, I I don't know if I got this question like very. I understood it very well, but like I will assume that like my character um um it got influenced, of course, by every culture that I passed by. So I lived in many countries, and I visited many countries. But the countries that I lived in, there is to a certain extent that my character as a rapper, Assasi, got influenced by these countries like Nepal, a little bit also Malaysia, and so sometimes I wear the Malaysian fizz. And Syria, of course, like because I grew up in there, like, and lived for 21 years, and Lebanon as well. Um, so and now America, but the least is America on the list, but mostly yeah. So Lebanon, Syria, Nepal. I'll say. Um, what are the so yeah, that question too, I think I covered that. I hope that I answered the question and I understood it well. So question 3: what are the disadvantages of living in a foreign country? Advantages is that I am kind of safe, and I don't have to worry about destruction and my CPTSD, struggling with problems around me. That's an advantage. An advantage that I can get some rights to a certain extent. And disadvantages is that I feel homesick. I feel a culture shock still. 4 years living in the States. Um, I would say like mainly is homesick and missing my family. That's a disadvantage, that I can't see them all the time because I'm living in this country specifically. But the advantages obviously is that safety, um, some human rights, and yeah, those are main concerns for me. So, yep. Question 4: apart from singing and songwriting, what other hobbies do you have? So many. It's like I'm excited about so much things, like so many things, and I can't focus on one like very well. But I used to be an athlete, a basketball player. I was hoping to go professionally and take it as a career, but sadly it didn't happen. I didn't get enough support like in hip hop too. But hip hop was the go-to, and I stuck with it. So hip hop like became my main career. Hobbies, now I consider basketball as a hobby. Riding a bike is a hobby, which is a good hobby, but sometimes it can be dangerous if you have an accident and do I'm like kind of crazy on the bicycle. um, and I do like mix uh, I, yeah, well, hobbies that I do regularly is that playing basketball, riding a bike, um, uh, making drinks. Like I work as a barista, so like mixing things together and making like creating some nice mocktails and stuff like that. I like that. That's like a hobby too. um yeah, I'll say those are the main hobbies that I have. And with that, I cover 4 questions. Again, shout out to British Council Mina. Thank you for asking me these questions, interesting questions, and I was very happy to answer them. Thank you.